Hello again and welcome to another Mordy and Glory Warhammer 40k 10th edition battle report.
It's 10th, baby!
Yeah, buddy!
Woo!
That's right, you lucky conscripts. It's another battle report showing off the brand spanking new edition of 40k. Once again, the Adeptus Astartes will be facing off against the Tyranid Horde. But this time, they are going to be on the attack. They will be launching a strike force right into the heart of Highfleet Kraken.
The mechanized assault force is ready.
Yes.
Brothers, with me!
Yes, we are going in with the first wave. Means more bugs for us to kill. You smash it, Tara. You go anything with more than 2 legs. You get me?
We get you, sir!
Yes. And on that note, let's dive right into the army list for today. And here we have the two forces for today's clash. Starting off with the Tyranids, we have got the Swarm Lord himself. In our last battle report, he was an absolute beast. I thought going in he wasn't going to do that much, but he ripped and teared everything in front of him. And he is once again supported by a scuttling tide of termagants. 1 block of 20 with flesh borers and a squad of 10 devilgants with devourers. But this time, we have been joined by some vanguard organisms. The Gene Stealers themselves have come forward, scuttling out of the shadows, ready to lay low the Imperium's second finest, obviously the guard of the finest. Are you going to take that line down, Tom?
I have brought in the heavy armor to support my brothers.
Oh, God.
With me, brothers! Avenge me, brother!
So, take us through what you brought today, Tom.
Well, the Space Marines are being led by a lieutenant,
Yes.
or lieutenant, whichever one you wanna call. He is going to lead a big block, a 10-man brick of assault intercessors.
Nice.
And they are going to be inside the mighty Land Raider.
Yes.
Now, just say one thing about Land Raider today. It's not being run as a Crusader. It's being run as a regular Land Raider with Godhammer les cannons.
Yes. Now, we do want to apologise. We don't normally proxy. We make a very, very good effort to not proxy on the channel. But sadly, I am a Black Templar player. And as a Black Templar, I don't own normal Land Raiders. I only have Crusaders.
As a Crusade in the name, you own it.
Exactly. So please forgive us. We ummed and ahed about including it. We ummed and ahed about proxying it. But we wanted to show something new, something different from the other battle report. And when it came down to it, I don't want to make a big deal of it, but when it came down to it, basically we decided we'd rather have a little proxy and show something off new rather than not use something and you guys not getting to see what it does. So hopefully you guys can look past that and you can forgive us. But if you can't, please lambaste us down in the comment section. And we have replaced its twin assault cannon with twin heavy bolts, so at least the only thing that isn't quite right
and who doesn't
is
want
the
to
Lads
see a
cannons.
Land Raider?
Exactly.
And then I've also put in a Terminator chaplain. And again... Librarian.
You keep calling him a chaplain.
I do, yes. I'm a word bearer at heart. A librarian. Now, again, we
know in the law
the Black Templars wouldn't run a librarian, but on this fine occasion, they have been desperate enough to run one.
Yes. Again, we would never normally run a librarian in our games with Black Templars, but we would rather show off a unit and put the law to one side. Just for a moment, please. Shame.
To be fair, these demo games again, they're more of an introduction to 10th, and we're both absolutely enjoying it. So.
Exactly, and that's one thing we want to say. We don't know the points costs for 10th edition. We've tried to guesstimate these lists just by eyeballing it and looking at stuff that Games Workshop has revealed themselves. The point of these games is not necessarily to worry about who is going to win or lose or anything like that. It's for us to enjoy the new rules, get a feel for the game, and this time, and for you guys to do as well. For you guys to watch the battle reports, if you were not fortunate enough to go to Warhammer Fest and you couldn't play in the demo games, hopefully you can live vicariously through these battle reports.
You get to see it and you get to see how 10th plays, and it's brilliant.
And you get to see if what you've observed online in the Warhammer community articles actually plays out on the tabletop, or if things are a bit different. So, for example, in our last battle report, we thought that the tanks and stuff weren't going to be that durable. We thought that the Swarm Lord was going to get gunned down by like assault cans and stuff. As it turned out, monsters felt tanky and tanks felt even tankier. And that's why we've brought the Crusader, because that is the heaviest bit of armor that we've seen to date, and we want to see how it performs in this demo game.
Just finish off the list as well. I've got a unit of bog standard 5 intercessors, as well as a Rhino with a hunter-killer missile.
Nice.
Now, on that note, if you haven't watched the previous battle report, please go and watch it. Because throughout the battle report, me and Tim are both absolutely enjoying this.
Just loving it.
This experience and seeing how different 10th is compared to 9th. And again, big bugs are fun.
Yeah, big bugs. It was an absolute blast, guys. And honestly, you don't need to watch that one before you watch this one. We will make sure that we link that battle report at the end of this video, so you can just seamlessly watch this one and then go into the next one if you're catching them slightly out of order. They're not chronological in any way, shape, or form. But honestly, I think a lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about today, we go into more detail in that first game, because obviously it's our first impressions. Yeah. All right, but it's looking pretty good. We've got a swarm of Nids versus a pretty elite mechanized force of Marines. I have no idea how I'm going to deal with that heavy armor. Let's go into the mission and deployment and all that good stuff. All righty ho ho. Here is the field of battle after deployment. The Tyranids have deployed a big old swarm of Gants, and they have been joined by the Swarm Lord himself. We figured he has the leader keyword. He is the Swarm Lord. He should be able to lead a swarm. So that's what we're doing today, boys. We've also got a smaller squad of little termagants with Devourers on the flank. And then at the front, we have the Infiltrators, the Scuttling Horrors, which is the Gene Stealers. Coming over to the Black Templars, they have formed an Iron Spearhead, an Armoured Fist, on the centre of their deployment zone. It is the Land Raider with the Lieutenant and also with the Assault Intercessors. That is a pretty chunky looking death ball right there. Loving it, dude.
It's a chunk.
Yeah, don't forget that Land Raider can move and you guys get out and they can charge. Yeah. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
Assault
baby.
Ramp, baby. Yeah.
Lightweight.
Lightweight. And then I have the Terminator Librarian.
The model that will get us the most shit from the Black Templar community in today's battle report. Worth it.
And then on the far left, I have a Rhino filled with 5 intercessors.
Yeah, it's very nice. 5 Bolter Marines. Okay, to let you guys know, we are doing sweep and clear again. That is the mission that GW has previewed for us for our viewing pleasure. And therefore, that means there are 4 objectives on the board. You get 5 victory points for each one that you hold to a maximum of 15. So if you hold all 4, you don't get any bonus points. And what's interesting about this mission is it's different from 9th edition missions. In 9th edition, you get 4 points for each primary, and how it works is you hold 1, you get 4, you hold 2, you get another 4, and if you hold more than your opponent, you get another 4. But in 10th, firstly, we're talking about 5 points a pop, not 4, and secondly, there's no bonus for holding more than your opponent. If you hold 2 and your opponent holds 1, you don't get a bonus 5 points. You just get the points for what you are holding. Your opponent has their thing and you have your thing, and that's all that matters. So I really like that change.
Yeah. I like it as well because it means that if you are winning, it also gives the opponent a chance to catch up, because if they're on 2 objectives, they're on 3, you're still, it's a 5-point difference.
It's not suddenly like a massive 4 points. One person gets 4 points, one person gets 12. It's not such a massive swing. Yeah, it's a really subtle yet nice change. The secondaries for today are going to be capture enemy outpost for the attacker. In this case, that will be the Black Templars. They are launching their attack into the heart of the swarm, and hopefully they will capture this vital node point of the hive mind. And the Tyranids will be going for overwhelming, is it firepower, overwhelming force?
Overwhelming force.
Overwhelming force, which means we will get victory points for destroying enemy units that are on objectives. So we get 3 points for each enemy unit that is destroyed on an objective, and the Black Templars will get 8 victory points a turn if they are able to capture our hive node back here. So whilst it might seem like the defender one is stronger, I have to do mine 3 times to beat Tom doing his objective just once. And I have to, if I only kill 2 units, I only get 6 points, and he does it once, he actually gets 8. So this is one of these things we learned in the last game, where we thought, oh yeah, the defender one's so much better, bro. And then the attacker one actually turned out to be massively more powerful. So again, big difference. And that's the whole point of playing the game, not just reading the game.
Yeah, again, it's incentivizing attacking and defending. And obviously, in a 2,000 point game, if you can kill 3 units a turn as a defender, you're getting 9 points.
Yeah.
If you're in the opponent's deployment zone as the attacker, you're getting 8 points. So again, it scales.
Yeah, exactly. And what's really cool is you might be thinking, oh, how do you get over there like turn 1 potentially? Well, that is a good point, but that's why GW have brought back assault ramps. Yeah. So you can bloody get your guys over there quickly and start choppy, which I expect Tom is going to probably try and do straight away.
And Marines have doctrines and tactical doctrine. You can move, advance, and charge.
You can just do it, man. You can just do it. So yeah, hopefully we're going to see a furious fight with lots of casualties and dead bugs early on. One last thing to mention, now that we've covered the primary and the deployment and the secondary, quickly go over the terrain. We have got 2 ruins here today, one on the left side here, one on the right side there. We've got a forest in the middle, and then everything else that you see we are going to count as battlefield terrain. All of these terrain pieces now give you what is called the benefit of cover. Cover has been standardized into one simple rule. If you are benefiting from cover, you get +1 to your save. There are some nuances between how each piece of cover gives you that benefit. So for example, ruins, if you are in them, wholly in them, you get the benefit. And also the same for forests and the other little bits of battlefield debris. You only need to be essentially partially behind them. And you get it. Essentially, it represents the rounds pinging off the little bits of stuff that are littering the battlefield. So that's why we've gone for a lot of battlefield debris, because I think it's going to be one of the go-to bits of terrain for a lot of games now. It's nice. Battlefield debris coming back is one of my favourite things about 10th edition terrain.
Makes the game more interesting.
Makes it easy.
L blocks.
Fucking ruins, man.
You can have loads of nice little bits around the board, and you say, that's battlefield terrain.
All of those little crates. All of those little statues, the classic Space Marine statue, the little bits of hedge, all these different things that you've not been able to use, all the bits of scatter terrain that have just not been used in 9th edition, that's all gone now. And in 10th, you can use all of those little things, and it's fantastic, and you're actually rewarded for doing so. Like, this crane actually does something now, and that alone is brilliant. Alrighty, ho-ho, that covers all of the pre-game preamble, the preamble, if you will. Now let's go into the first turn. As the Marines are the attackers, they shall be drawing first blood today. So we'll be back at the end of their movement and command phase, and of course, we'll let you know in a summary what they've done.
Forward, man! For the Emperor!
Aven Sperador! The Black Templars have launched an assault. They're going all in. It's all gas, no brakes in today's battle report. Tom has been very aggressive, sir. It's a hostile work environment right now. He has taken the Land Raider forward. He has used its assault ramp ability to disembark. It does not say you can't move afterwards. It specifically just says you can disembark after it has made a normal move. You can disembark, and then the unit can move. I'm reading that as, look, it's an assault ramp. It's an assault ramp, boys.
It's an assault ramp for a reason.
It's there for a reason. So he has moved out, he's disembarked, and he is ready to get a big old charge on the Swarm Lord. Look at that fight. The Sword Brother, the Lieutenant, facing down the monstrosity.
Ooh,
yes, for Frodo.
I have also marked for death.
Yes, Oath of Moment.
I have given that unit Oath of Moment there, so I get full rerolls to hit and wound against that unit.
But they are going to be benefiting from cover greatly.
They are.
Yes. We've had a bit of a cinematic intro, but let us now actually give the details to the viewers of what you have done. In your command phase, you did not need to battle shock.
Nope.
So you're okay. You then did Oath of Moment, and you designated that one unit. And which doctrine did you go for today?
I believe...
did you choose Assault?
I don't think...
Or you not pick one?
I have picked one, actually, because I don't really need to at the minute.
That's okay. You can leave it for later turns.
Because I didn't really need to advance them.
No, not at all. You should be fine.
Yeah.
So you're keeping your doctors in the back pocket?
I am, indeed.
Excellent.
And then obviously I moved up the Rhino.
Yes.
And then I disembarked within 3 inches.
Because you can move and get out. Pog. So good. So sick of fucking transports being slower than infantry, man.
Yeah.
It feels right.
It does feel good. It does feel really nice. Yeah, transports in 9th were just a glorified extra 3 inches of movement.
Yeah.
That was it.
So dumb.
Yeah, so they disembarked from the Rhino and they're going to light up the Gene Stealers, which appeared from the dark.
Yes, because obviously the Gene Stealers, one reason we want to take them is show off the new Universal Special Rule, Scout. This is where you get a Scout move. You can move 8 inches after you have deployed. Now, I took this little unit of Gene Stealers and I scuttled them round the flank, hoping to get some cover. I knew Tom was going to start charging down there. I thought he'd probably go for this unit here. So I scuttled round the flank, hoping to come in as some sort of counter-attack unit later.
Horns.
Yes, exactly. The bull's horns, yes. And then this unit, I thought I'd scuttle forward a little bit and see if we can make something happen on that objective. So one unit has essentially redeployed and the other unit has gone on the advance. Now, if I was a Gene Stealer, well, if I was a Tyranid player using Gene Stealers, I should say, in a bigger game, I can definitely see the power of taking 3 max out squads of these guys and just send them down a flank.
Can you run them in squads of 20?
No, you used to be able to. That's what we were actually talking off camera about. One of our friends, Baz, who used to run full armies of Gene Stealers in 8th edition because you could take them in squads of 20 and they were troops. And then in 9th, they went down to squads of 10 and were elites. And he is a very sad Barry now. But moving on. So that's what we've done in the pre-game and the movement and command phase of the Black Templars. Now we must get to the shooting.
The shooting phase.
And technically the sidekick. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
So we are beginning with the Assault Intercessors. A ripple of bolt pistol fire is going to come out. And you are targeting the unit which has Oath of Moment on it, the Big Swarm. All right, this will be 11 shots, including the Lieutenant. And thanks to your Lieutenant, you will be benefiting from the Lethal Hits rule, meaning any 6s you get will auto-wound. If you are a 9th edition Guard player, it is known as Born Soldiers. There you go. Big win.
Yeah, so this is 11 bolt pistol shots, including
Yes.
the Lieutenant.
Ooh, now you've got
At
one.
least I get to reroll.
Now you're going to re-roll everything. Or
No,
try and fish for them
I'm
6s.
gonna just leave it in. 'Cause
Okay.
there we go.
Hey,
So
so
2 auto wins.
2 auto wins, 2 misses. And then you've got to...
Speed freeze.
It will indeed, because I'm taking out my termagant.
Yep,
Very
and
nice.
all them wounds.
Would you pass me some cursed dice? For those of you that don't know, Tom's dice are the toxic dice because he got them from Tabletop Tactics, and they have the symbol on the 6, which is how all dice should have the symbols. But I've been playing Tyranids and I'm playing G-Circle for a long time, and I have Tyranid dice where the symbols are on the 1, which is the most cursed way of doing it. So that's why we call these the cursed dice. All right, so now I will be benefiting from cover. I'm hiding behind that battlefield debris, putting me on a pretty mighty 4-up save.
Pog.
Can't complain. 1, 2, 3, 4 survive. So 5 will go down. We'll remove the casualties. Back in a moment. Concentrate firepower! Bring them down, men! The 5 intercessors are now going to fire their shots into the swarm over here. They're going to leave the G-Stealers alone. Oh, is it the right move? We shall see.
Against my forward firepower.
Indeed. So bolt rifles now always get 2 attacks.
They do.
But you've not advanced and that would make a difference. And you've not stood still. So hitting on 3s, rerolling hits and wounds because of Oath of Moment.
So here's an interesting conundrum.
Right.
They've disembarked. They
Right.
have the heavy keyword, which means they get +1 to hit if they didn't move. Is the disembark technically a move?
Okay. This isn't 9th edition.
No.
So we're not playing gamey.
We're not. I just wanted.
How did they materialise out of fucking thin air?
They slid out the Rhino.
No.
That'll be a question for later battles.
They want to thank you, baby.
There we go. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling everything. Oh god. Re-roll that one. Oh no. There we go.
Oh god.
Oh god. And termagants again.
Yeah, just 3 to wound.
Okay. Good thing I've got the re-rolls. Okay. There we go. So that is 8.
-1.
-1.
Yeah, bolt rifles are always -1 now. Pretty spicy.
That's actually really nice.
I do think that having a solid, I think even just a single 10-man squad of intercessors is a good way to go.
Glory again. Yeah, the infantry. You did it.
Yes, naturally so. Oh dear, all 8 die. The swarm is thinning! It's thinning, my lord! Oh no.
My lord.
There's still a few. It's alright. I still have enough numbers to make a fight of it.
Right, now for the Rhino!
The Rhino's going next. Alright.
Now, he's going to put his Stormbolter in, so 2 shots.
You're going to fire that to kill her off?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 shots, 2 hits.
2 hits.
2 wounds.
2 dead. Wow. I'm falling. The swarm, the herd is very thin. The herd is bald at this point.
Thin them down.
Thin them, men.
Hurt to kill a missile. It hits. It wounds. That is another 1 dead.
I'm just going to check the AP. It's AP3, yeah, it's dead.
Yeah. Right, now I'm going to shoot the librarian with his psych attack and his...
But what's the range?
That's what I'm going to measure. I'm going to measure, because I believe it's 24, so I'm going to measure it off camera.
Okay.
I'm also going to check the weapon profiles, because I don't know them.
Yes, but he shouldn't even be here. He's a psycho in a Black Templar army.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, what are we doing, man? You bring the vibe down. I feel the warp overtaking me.
Shut up, Steve.
We're back once we just checked those librarian stats. The biggest heretic on this board, the Black Templar Librarian, is now going to do his psychic shenanigans into what I would say is the big blob, but is now a rather thin blob. And you are going for a focused Witchfire, a smite.
Intensify forward firebar.
D6 shots.
D6 shots.
It's the big one.
I do have a CP.
I mean, do we know the command point reroll exists?
That's the thing, is like, I'm presuming...
I'm sure I used one last game. Go for it, man. Don't worry about it.
Use my CP then.
It's technically better.
It is
technically
better. So 2 attacks.
Hitting on 3s.
3s. There we go, 2
Nice.
Ooh, snake eyes.
Yeah, good.
2 wounds.
Now I'll be on a 6-up save because of my... You didn't get any 1s, did you? No.
No.
6-up save for my save because it's -2. Now it's a focus Witchfire. I got 1. I need to re-roll that one. We live by the tray. We die by the tray. If it doesn't roll on the tray, boys, we always re-roll it. Okay, so 1 more has perished.
Right. Then he has a storm bolter.
He does indeed. 2 shots at this range.
Storms.
It's 2 hits.
2 hits. Does the storm bolter have any keywords?
No.
I don't believe it does.
No. It's rapid fire 2, but...
And it's 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Yes. Ooh. Oh, live by the tray, die by the tray. Yes. In that case, it was die by the tray.
How many of those gaunts are left?
There's only 2 left.
Right, now for the Land Raider.
He's trying to focus everything down, boys. He's trying to do it.
Right.
Alright.
Now, the heavy bolter on the
Okay.
Please.
Okay. Now, we were poo-pooing this off camera, weren't we? We said it looked a bit rubbish, the heavy bolter.
It did.
So it's 3 shots.
3 shots.
With 4 rerolls, hitting on 3s.
I mean, I already have 4 rerolls, so it's a bit poop.
Right.
Okay, so 3 hits.
And you're wounding on 3s.
3 wounds.
And you get to re-roll the wounds, but you already do so because of Oath of Moment. But if you didn't have Oath of Moment, you still get to re-roll them because of Twin Linked.
Please.
Ooh.
Oh, God. Okay,
2 wounds. AP 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Pass both. Yes! Oh no, pass 1.
Pass 1. There's only 1 left.
There's 1 little boy left.
Now for the God Lascannon.
The God, how many? You get 4 of these.
4 attacks. Ooh,
Could be spicy.
Please, for the love of Nurgle.
Could be spicy. Love of Nurgle.
Nurgle.
Oh dear.
Hits
Oh, they all
all
hit.
times.
That's good. Now you get to wound me.
Now this will be... so if one of these goes through, it'll be the Termagant.
Which probably resolve these one at a time.
So the first one goes through.
Kills the Termagant. Alright, so now the strength is going to be 12. This is my toughness of 10.
Okay,
So you'll be winning on 3s. You can do these all at the same time. Okay. Reroll the fail.
Roll the fail.
Okay.
That is 3 wounds, sir.
Spicy!
Spicy!
I'm going to roll these one at a time because I might want to see fear. The first one is failed. I'll take it.
Take it.
The second one is passed. And the third one is failed. And I'll use my CP there to pass.
Okay, there we go.
So I'll take 1. It's D6 plus 1 damage. Ooh, 5.
Damage.
He's got 5. Taken 5 wounds. Got 5 left.
After all that, the Marines have been going
shit.
into everything. And now it is time for the Marines charge phase.
Okay, that was a pretty spicy shooting phase.
It was intense, man. I didn't think I'd clear all them gaunts.
I rolled a lot of. I had that blip where I rolled a bad thing. I hoped I had a few more left for the.
Oh mate, it's so. I will say this:
lads cannons.
when you get the chance, dear viewers, to play 10, it is stressful trying to take out like a big monster or like a unit because you're like, please die.
Why would you die? Why would you die? Well, I might just die because we've got a charge coming up next. So we'll have a little pause there.
Yes.
And then we'll go straight into your charge phase. Drive them, men! Drive them! You are going for the charge.
Let's attack them. Charge, men!
That'll do it. That'll do it. We'll let you move in. And we'll be back in just a moment. The Swarm Lord is holding the barricade. Defend it. Live. Survive. The Templars literally crawling all over it. Bring it down. Yes. Okay, so let's roll your attacks. You've got 10 Templars. And you've got a... Do you want to do Lieutenant first?
I'll do Lieutenant first.
4 attacks.
Or do I save the Lieutenant for the end?
You've got the dice in your hand. You got the dice in your hand now. Go for it. That'll be 3 hits.
I am going to.
And that will be a.
Because.
Yes.
I need the
Don't
sixes.
you need the
to mortar
sixes?
wound. If you didn't watch the last battle report, please go watch it because it was brilliant.
It's tough. Yeah. That's
Okay.
2. 1 minute. We need to check. Does he get the benefit of his own? Because it says the unit he is leading.
We will check.
He's part of the unit.
No, I actually do remember seeing it on the little information bit.
Yeah.
It does say he gets it. As
Cool.
well.
Carry on then.
Okay. If I'm wrong, then you can just
Lambast him.
lambast me or
Yes.
fire me or whatever. So that's 2 auto wounds, and then it'll be 6s to wound you.
Yes, because
So yours T10.
T10. Yeah, so just 2 wounds.
So 2
All right.
wounds.
2 invulnerable saves from the power weapon. No!
Oh, drive
Both
them
have gone
then.
through. Both have gone through. Oh dear.
Now, isn't it 2 damage or 1?
1.
Power weapon?
It's 1. It's AP2 1 damage.
Okay.
Not Custodies now, buddy. You don't get minimum 2 damage.
Right, I will gather the die.
Now you're going to have 30 attacks.
Right, I'll just do 20 and 20 and 10. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Oh God, please praise Papa Nurgle.
You're looking for 6s.
2 6s.
You're rolling everything to try and...
Bring it down, bring it down. I'm using the ye old classic Votan strategy.
He's Votanning me.
Never go for.
Ooh, just 1 more. That's a lot of 1s and 2s.
8, 9 misses there. Now 6s to wound. Yeah!
And rerolls.
That is. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah.
Right, so that's 5 so far.
Just 5.
5, but then I have 10 more attacks.
10 more. He's doing it. He's doing it. 2 auto
2
wounds.
more auto wounds.
Oh.
Re-rolling.
Oh. 1 more.
auto
Take the
wound.
misses out.
Take it down.
And then he's 6s here. They're piling up. They're piling up. 1 more with a reroll. He's piling them up. He's stacking them up. He's stacking them up. Oh.
Drive them, men. Drive
Okay,
them.
4, 8, 11. 4, 8, 11. All right, I've got to roll all the time. But you want me to get lots of 1s now?
Oh, please.
Survive! He's alive on 1 wound! Yes, he's alive on 1 wound! All I see is fear and dead men. Yes!
You fuckers. You had 1 job. Bring it down, bring it down.
Oh, I forgot to mention again, beginning of the game. Naturally, I'm going for... oh, well, tell you what, I probably should declare it.
No, just...
My high adaptation is going to be infantry.
Okay, yeah.
Because you've... Again, yes, there is a land raider there, but I'm going to go for infantry because you've got more infantry than tanks.
Infantry, sir.
Yeah. Keep forgetting about that.
Yes.
Just a little heads up for people. Make sure you're picking your hyper adaptation. Because I've forgotten it 2 out of 2 times now. And I look like a fool.
A
horse of knave. All right, 1 wound left. Yes, Swarmy. He's going to strike you back now. He's got 8 attacks. He hits on 2s. He has sustained hit, so he misses with 2, but he gets 1 extra 1 because of his swarming instincts hyper adaptation. He then wounds you on 2s with rerolls because he is technically twin linked. That is going to be 6 wounds through. Each one of these is AP -3. Each one of these will kill a guy if you don't make it.
Right. Sergeant first.
You give the lieutenant.
Yes, lieutenant.
Not in the tray. He's dead.
He is dead.
So you've got 4. Oh!
So 5 down.
Chops down 5, including the sword brother, the lieutenant, leading the force.
Brother!
I think technically it's a Castellan when it's a Black Templar instead of a lieutenant, but we're barely playing Black Templar at this point because we've got Psychers.
We're not playing Black Templar. Right, I will take 5 of these brave, noble warriors.
It was a valiant effort.
It is. But...
technically not broken, though.
No.
Because you should have 6 left in the squad.
Oh, is it?
Because you lost.
Oh, yes, I lost my lieutenant.
So technically you should, You
keep saying lieutenant.
You French / American person.
My lieutenant.
Yeah. That was insane, man. Surviving on 1 wound. And look how much, and that's the difference between anti-infantry things.
Full oath of moment.
Oh.
Guns into it. Sharp sticks, knives.
They're gonna come in here, man. They're gonna come in like before, man.
Literally, they were like, "We've almost got it," and the Swarm Lord just gets up and goes, "My turn."
Yeah.
Sweeps.
Sweep the leg.
Like shit, man.
Oh. And that is what we said last time in the last battle report, which is big monsters feel tough, and especially they feel tough when you can attach them to units. Now, we know that he might not be able to attach to Termagants. It might be that he can only attach to Tyrant Guard, but we figured we wanted to show off leader rules and stuff and want to show off that durability. Yeah. So, and also he's the Swarm Lord. There is a very, very good chance he can attach to swarms. It'll be fine. So it's pretty cool. Even if it's not Termagants, you could get exactly the same thing if he was attached to a bunch of those Neurogaunts, which have been shown off by GW. We know those can be. We know those can be attached to leaders. One more Cornetto.
Just 1 more. But I will say that is the end of my turn, and I do score 8 victory points.
You do. You have captured the enemy outpost, sir.
I have.
And you have potentially broken my beast.
You're a beast.
All right.
Oh, what an intense first turn.
What a first turn. It's 10th edition, baby.
It's shaping up to be a bit mad.
It's absolutely fantastic. All right. Let's go now into the Tyranids turn 1. Tyranid turn 1 movement and command phase. Now we've done the movement first just because we can do that off camera, it's a bit easier. And the Gene Stealers have scuttled out around here ready to envelop these luckless Marines. Dinner is served. Meat's back on the menu, boys. And then this other unit of Gene Stealers has scuttled forward and is ready to delete these intercessors. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. And of course the Termagants, which are a bit upset that 2/3 of that number got deleted in 1 turn, have just shuffled out, and they'll probably get a few long-range shots, but they're literally just... I now consider Termagants ablative wounds for characters. That's all they are. Oh, God. Now, in the command phase, I just want to be clear to people watching, technically you do the command phase first, but there are command phase things we want to do on camera. It's easy to do the little bit of movement off camera first. So just be clear, it goes command, then movement. So that was my movement. Cycling back in time, doing a Doctor Who. We're going to do the command phase now. My Swarm Lord gives me an extra CP, so I will gain 2, which is nice. And I don't need to spend a stratagem at this point. I was thinking of doing Endless Swarm, but I don't think he can, even though he was alive, the unit he was part of has died.
Yeah.
So I don't think he can bring back guys.
I would, unless GW specifically came out and said he can, I would believe they are 2 separate entities to just combined.
At the beginning of the game, yeah. But the original entity has died.
Like in Dawn of War, you attach a Commissar to an Imperial Guardsman unit. the Imperial Guardsman unit dies, the Commissar
Can't reinforce.
resurrect them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Dawn of War logic never fails.
Yep.
It's 20 years out of date, but still good. So we're not going to end the swarm there, just because we don't think we can. But what we do need to roll on camera is the battle shock for the Swarm Lord. Being Synapse, I get to roll 3 dice and add them together. And I pass. Now, I definitely poo-pooed Synapse on stream, but it's not let me down yet. It's just one of those, like, if it's almost guaranteed, why not just make it guaranteed? Like, Synapse used to just auto-pass morale.
Just to let you know, guys, the morale of or leadership, I should say, of the big bug is 7.
Yes.
And if you roll under the leadership, then you fail the battle shock. That's how that works. Just because, obviously, me and Tim have like played our first game, so it's like almost like we're slipping back into 9th.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody knows what this does.
Everyone knows what this does. Yeah. No, good catch, Tom. Do not lambast him. Praise him, viewers. Praise him. So that's the movement and command phase done. Now we'll get into the shooting. I don't think I can shoot into combat, so...
Fun fact, if you're infantry and you're in combat with a vehicle, you can shoot at the vehicle in combat with a -1 to hit penalty.
Nice, but I can't do that in this case
Nope.
with not with my swarmy. So instead it's going to come over to the 5 little Gants here. They're going to put the pitter-patter of fire into your little intercessors.
Yes.
You will not benefit from cover, interestingly, because you have to be wholly in the forest to benefit from the forest
Makes
thing.
sense.
Difference between forest and battlefield debris. If that was battlefield debris, you would get cover, but it's not.
Whereas
so
in
tough shit.
9th, you just have to be towing the...
Between 9th, you just get a -1 to hit just for fucking looking at the forest with the come hither eyes, basically. So we've got this is the gaunts. Miss.
This is the Devourer gaunts.
Indeed. I do get a 6, so thanks to my hyper adaptation and swarming instinct, I get an extra hit. Very nice. And then I shall wound you on. It's only on 4s, the Devourer. More attacks, but less strength. So that will be 3 wounds at 0 AP. Tyranids shooting is not really there to do more than show willing.
So 3 up.
Saying that, I fucking got one.
Dead.
I fucking got one, Sarge!
Stretch 1.
Great kid, don't get penisy. Alright, now let's get into the charge phase.
Yes.
That was all my shooting. Charge phase is very simple.
And I will overwatch you.
Wow, you can't overwatch here.
Not there.
I'm going to charge in there first.
Well, that's fine. You go for it.
That'll do.
That'll do. They show willing, sir.
Okay, now I'm going to charge in with the little gaunts. So we'll do that. Yeah. So they'll move in. And then we'll go for the one that Tom's really excited for. I'll just put their dice next to them. It was only a 6 in charge, but that's fine. And then we'll go for the charge with the geniuses. Now you will get to overwatch me. So that will be 8 shots.
Yes, 6 is to hit. And the fun thing about Overwatch in the new edition is you can do it in the enemy movement phase.
If you want to.
Or the enemy charge phase.
But not both.
And it's really good because you could set up a little firing line that they have to cross. And when they cross it, you just go daka 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 daka. And
it's like ambush from bot action.
It is bot action.
Bot action, very good. Banzai. By the way, for the very new viewers, Overwatch is you get to shoot when someone charges you. You can only do it once per turn, essentially. Yes. But you only hit on 6s. It's kind of like desperate snapfire. He's got a hit though. Excellent.
Brilliant.
You will wound me on 4s.
Oh,
no.
it's a 3.
Does not wound.
Well, that was worth a CP.
Nice. Toy. That's a big old charge. So what we'll do, guys, is we'll do all the little movie moves off camera, and we'll be back once we have enveloped them. The hunters have become the hunted. The Swarm Lord, the apex predator, the best bio-general in the Tyranid swarm, has engineered the perfect ambush. Using himself as bait, he lured in the assault forces of the Marines, and then he closed the trap. The jaws of the wolf have closed, and now they find themselves in a desperate struggle, surrounded on all sides by chitin, claw, and ichor.
Or, as a French would say, le fuct.
Le fuct. It's got a bit squiffy, sir. That is my big old charge, and of course over here, swarming over the back. I tell you what, I know the GTs aren't getting new models in 10th, but they don't need it. Just the fact that it's the way that the models are posed, they just look like a horde of just claws coming at you. They're timeless models, man. They're so good.
I would have thought the Gene Stealers would have got a new model kit though.
No, we've seen the data sheet. It's the old models on it. So why would they have the old models on a new data sheet? Unless GW's pulling a M. Night Shyamalan, and there's going to be a bit of a twist.
Well,
yeah.
you know, when the Tyranid Codex comes out, it might be different.
This is true. Now, I don't mean to alarm you, but I'm going to go over here first. I have 10 Gene Stealers.
Yes. And
they each get 4 attacks.
Brilliant.
I actually don't have enough dice to do all of these.
You do not have the capacity, big man.
I do not. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. And I actually need to borrow one of your... Actually, can I nick this dice here? And I'm going to use this as a wound counter. And then I'm going to take these 20 dice, and this is going to be half.
Very good.
So...
Carry on.
I hit you on 2s. What?
Nice.
That's the first.
Now, are these anti-infantry?
Yeah.
So is that the exploding systems?
It will be. So miss, miss, miss. Those 3 miss. And I've got 2 6s, so 2 go back in. But do you know what's good about Tyranids, Tom? Do you know what's good about Gene Stealers? When they are attacking someone who's on an objective, they get full rerolls to wound.
That's nice. That's actually really nice.
You're on an objective, Tom.
I am on an objective. Oh, God. The line has ended.
Alright, 1, 2. It's actually a terrible first roll, but what's my strength? 4. So it's actually 5, but this is only the first half.
Yeah.
But I get to re-roll all of these. That's a bit better. I think Gene Stealers are going to be really good. I got a feeling.
I think Gene Stealers.
You've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 wounds from the first 20 attacks. These are AP -2, 1 damage each. You've got 5 ups.
5 ups.
I think they're dead.
It's 2 damage each or 1?
No, 1.
So 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead, 5 dead.
There was one that fell off the table, so you need to
just read this one. 6 dead, hey!
They're all dead!
To a man!
To a man! Oh, they went swinging in there, going after the apex predator, and he actually turned the tables. How the turntables continue to turn. Oh.
How the turns have tabled.
How the turns are tabled. And what's even crazier is we've got exactly the same thing over there.
Attacks. Into those poor intercessors. Except they're not on an objective, so you won't get full rerolls.
I'll just get reroll 1s.
Oh, no, just.
Alright, so here are the first 20.
Oh, the 6s.
Oh, the 6s! Oh, baby, hit on 2s. Why am I taking those out? 1 minute. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extra. I don't have that, so we're just going to put 2 extra in and see if we need the 5 more that are in the bag.
There you go. Put them in.
Mixing dice?
Yeah.
Mixing dice. Just give me 5 of yours.
For now.
Okay.
Oh my God. The line has ended.
1.
You reroll 1s.
Yeah, I know.
Gene Stealers.
Gene Stealers are fucking lethal, man.
Damn.
This is just the first half. Oh, fuck, Tom.
Again, guys, the intention of these battles is to show you
what Gene Stealers can do.
What things can do in 10th edition.
Oh.
This is actually really, really fun. I'm really enjoying this. We are having fun.
We are laughing. It's all of those. Just roll those ones.
5 up.
Swarm them! Swarm them, men!
Swarm.
Drive them! No, it's not a bad.
Not a bad one, but
only 1 damage each.
Dos. Treffe.
And they're gone.
Yeah, they're dead.
There's 4 left. Oh shit! All of the infantry is dead.
No, I've still got my.
Apart from the absolute heretic over there. Alright, yeah, these guys are dead as well.
The Chad Muffin, that's what I'm going to call him.
Jeez Louise, he's going to be a dead muffin if he's not
careful.
careful.
Battle Shark if you've got no one left.
And to be fair, if he goes absolutely mad and just like smites my Gene Stealers off, he could probably do it. Like, I think I'm still going to take some casualties. I'm going to lose my Swarm Lord next turn. That's the thing, it's not all going my way. Like, you've done a massive hit to me, I've done a massive hit to you. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah. Like, again, from the 2 battle reports we've played, even at 500 points, it feels like you're in the action.
Straight away.
You are in the action.
No messing around.
There's no turn 1, you're just manoeuvring and hiding things, waiting for later game. It's interesting. I'm really enjoying this.
It's all gas, no brakes.
It is.
All the way.
So that is the end of your turn, I do believe.
It is. Now I will actually get 3 victory points for my
will.
secondary. I killed a unit on an objective.
Do. So at
Very
the moment, it is the end of battle round 1. It is 8 to the Marines. And it is
Do I get to consolidate, by the way?
You do, but you have to consolidate into a...
I'm going to go for the Rhino.
Yep.
I want to let you Land Raider have a good time. I'm just going to go into the Rhino so I can try and stop you from getting like a million fucking primary points. So we'll sort my guys out at the moment.
You just have to go in a straight line. You have to base it.
Okay, I'll go straight line, that's fine. I'll sort it out off camera, but
Yep.
we will go into turn 2. Look how I just died, bro! Look, I just died in fucking turn 1. Amazing. Let's get back into the Marines, turn 2. Turn 2 for the Marines. And the first thing that I'm going to do, and I'm saying I'm the Tyranid player.
Yes.
Is I'm going to call down the Shadow of the Warp. Yes.
Oh God, it's Misty.
Oh dear. I thought it might have been like a weird Pokemon reference then.
Well.
Oh God, Misty's here. Oh God.
Everybody's first crush.
No, yes. Mine was the weather girl. Moving swiftly on.
Actually, mine is Lucy, ITV News, weather.
Nice. Moving swiftly on. Sign up to my OnlyFans, Morning and Glory Hole. Anyway,
Marines turn 2.
What does the Shadow and the Warp do? I will tell you, dear viewer, once per game, the Tyranids can make every single unit in the opponent's army make a battle shock test, whether they're below half strength or not. Now, the reason I'm doing it now is because Tom has a number of units that are on objectives. If he fails his battle shock tests, it means that he will not hold those objectives and he will score a lot less primary points.
I thought the OC was only if something else is on the objective with me, so I would still get it.
You might not, yes.
But it just means that if the Rhino fails, I'll have to make.
Oh, when you yeah. That's a good point. But it's still, look, I want to break you. Break them. Break their spirits. All right, so we'll start with the Rhino then.
Rhino, because it's the only one that matters.
Okay, okay. Okay. Do the 2 anyway, just to see if I break any of them.
Schmeater.
No, it's fine.
Land Raider. Ooh, he does fail.
Yeah, I wish I'd tagged him now.
Yes. I bet you do.
So what that means is you are reduced to 0 objective control.
Yep.
And also you cannot have any stratagems used on you.
Nope.
And also, if you were to fall back on a 1 or a 2, you would die. But
Good thing I don't have to fall back.
It's a good thing you don't have to fall back. All right, that Shadow in the Warp is the equivalent of your Oath of Moment, and we've used it in 2 games now, and in both games it's been shite. Oath of Moment is clearly vastly superior.
Yeah.
So, yeah, GW, make a note.
And just to say, in my command phase, I will be going into, I believe it is the assault where I can fall back, shoot and charge? Tactical, where I can fall back, shoot and charge.
Nice.
So I can do it with a Rhino.
Nice.
Rhinos actually are effective in combat.
They're pretty good. Yeah, they're half decent.
And just to let you know, guys, I'm also going to declare.
Ooh, yeah, who are you going to do?
This as my Oath of Moment.
Ah, the old stealer of the jeans. The pants stealers.
Pants stealers.
Okie croaky. Right, well, I'll tell you what, Tom, you've done your command phase. Let us now delve into your movement phase, and we're back with some shooting as well. Movement for the Black Templars is complete. They have created a cauldron around the advance guard of the Tyranids, and they are ready to delete them, to smite the alien, the heretic, the mutant.
To deliver 11 barrels of ale.
Yeah.
Not the right model, but you know.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
Nice. Okay, where are you starting first, good sir, kind sir?
I'm going to smite you, sir.
Ah! You think second pounds of Black Templars? It feels so wrong.
Horse of name.
It is very much a wholesome name. All right, so, the roving dice tray's over with me now. So, are you going to focus it? So you do
will focus it.
You do 2 damage anyway.
The increased AP.
I have a 5 invulnerable save.
Does it?
It matters not.
That's
No,
fine.
do not focus.
Do not focus.
Do a leisurely, casual speed read of a smite.
Smite!
Hey, 4. Got a hit on them 3s.
Rerolling.
You do get 4 rerolls though, because both of them moments.
So 3 hits.
Misses 1, and that will be 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
It will be. It's essentially the same as a heavy bolter.
Heavy bolter.
Can I have 3 cursed dice, please?
You can.
Talk with yourself, viewers, whilst Tom goes around the table. Do me a favour, because I was a fool and I did not bring enough dice. We should get some elevator music, you know, just. Dun, dun. Or should we go for some crowd rave? Dun, 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 dun. That's not kind of, is it? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Got there in the end. All right, please now pay attention to the battlefield again. So we have got 3 5-up invulnerable saves.
1.
Dodged it.
And it's D3 damage.
Yeah, it is true. D3. Hey.
3 damage.
It kills them because it's important. It's important to do that because Jesus have 2 wounds now. They are chunky boys.
Pretty
nice.
poggers.
They are pretty pockets to say the least.
Now the Sturmbolter.
Yes, Bolter of the Storm. Reroll 2.
So 3 hits.
That's pretty consistently you've done that.
It is. That is 3 wounds, I believe.
It is.
Because they're not T5, they're T4, aren't they?
I believe so. Remove those dice from my tray.
Remove.
Which is your tray, actually.
Did I re-roll that one? Oh, no, sorry.
Didn't need
Roll
to.
3 wounded, never mind.
Yes.
What am I saying?
Lambaston. 1 dies.
Pog.
Not 2, because they've got 2 freaking wounds, baby! This guy, you probably can't see it too well, but he's sucking the brains. He's got a little like guardsman head cradle in his hand. And he's just sucking the brains out of it. Sucked his brains out. Nice.
I think Gene Steeler to think is offensive. I got that completely wrong. Rhino
That's all right.
is for...
Frankly, I find the idea of a bug that thinks offensive.
There we go, they got there in the end. 4 of the Sturmbolter shots from the Rhino into the Gene Steeler.
Yes.
Yes. Now, 4's to wound it. Okay.
With a re-roll.
Oh, 4 wounds.
That's pretty good.
Pretty pug.
1 dice.
Scratch 1.
That is 3 Jesus down. I have to say, the extra wound is telling. I would have lost double the amount.
Yes, you would have lost 6. 6? Yes, you would have lost 6.
5. 1 from the smite, 2 from the various storm bolters.
Right, now the heavy bolter from the...
Right. 3 shots.
Land Raider. And then I'm going to put the God las cannon into the Storm Lord.
Swarm Lord, even.
Swarm Lord.
Give
sorry.
it all 4 into him. It's a 4 invulnerable save. Could go either way.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it. Stay on target.
Okay, so.
So the 3 bolters into the Gene Steelers.
Now, before you put those up,
Mm-hmm.
it's a risky maneuver, sir.
Why?
You could re-roll all of them.
Why?
If you get any 6s, you will get extra hits. I don't know if it's worth it.
Lightweight!
Nah,
No.
it's all right. Neither giveth nor taketh away. You were given 3 hits, and you shall be happy with them. Yes, very good. Yes, indeed.
Is it 3 wounds?
It is, and each one of these I fail will kill a guy. So I will lose 2 more.
Now
They are now battle shocking.
Now for the main show. God las cannon! Fire into the
Oh
beast!
dear! Oh
Hitting
shit,
on,
son!
Freeze!
Oh, I was hoping you missed with more because no at the moment. Wounding on 3s.
Oh, it's a 50-50!
Okay. First one. Pass.
No!
Second one.
Oh,
CP reroll.
No!
No!
Bring him down, son!
He does have a deadly demise. And he does, I think, explode.
It's 1 mortal wound within 6, to everyone within 6. Because the monsters for the Tyranids have changed now.
Okay, so he will die.
You will die.
And he will take a wound.
By God, sir.
You've got my big bug.
We have schmit him.
You have schmit me greatly.
Schmit him. Smite him
He was the
down.
only thing that was going to deal with that Land Raider.
Yeah!
Hey.
Vindication!
All right, now you got some charges going on here.
Reno is going to charge
Reno.
Gino.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah! He's in. There we go.
It's not
Now.
a reversing in.
The
He's like, witness me!
bonk. Now the Psyker.
The Libby. Yeah. That's what you needed.
Witness me. Do I charge the Land Raider in?
He's probably not half bad, you know.
I will charge the Land Raider in.
Go for it. Nice. Nice. He's doing it.
The chunk has moved in.
The holy chonk.
The holy chonk.
He's the holy chonker.
The chonkmobile. There we go.
Land Raider Crod Chonker.
Right. Now.
True chonker. There you go.
I will do the rhino first because it's more insulting.
3 attacks.
3 attacks.
Hit on 4s.
Hit on 4s.
Reroll.
Reroll it because oath of moment. So 2 hits. And it'll be wounding you on 4s?
No, 3s.
2 wounds.
You get 1.
Vindication!
I am of the big sad.
Now, I will just be right back because I need to go check the...
Libby and Land Raider rules.
The Libby and the Lind.
Alright, well, we'll be back in just a moment. Alrighty, ho. We have... To be honest, guys, we've eaten a pork pie, had a drink, and now we're back to do the charge phase. And we have got the combat from the Land Raider first.
The Land Raider.
The Land Raider, okay.
Now, I was laughing at this because this seems absurd to me. 6 attacks, hit on 4s, wounding on 2s.
Nice.
Full reroll.
How is it absurd? It only seems absurd because of 9th edition. It's not absurd. Look at the size of it, and look at the size of them. It should always have been this way. Alright.
You're an inanimate fucking object. Hitting on 4s, sorry, but I'm re-rolling.
Re-rolling.
There we go, so that is 4 hits, I should say.
Probably going to be 4 wounds.
4 hits, 2s.
Things go particularly
4
squiffy.
wounds.
No AP though.
No
so.
AP.
I'm dead!
Shields up.
Shields were not up.
Dead? Oh.
I should have declared that beforehand. I did not, and therefore I have died. There you go.
Oh, I didn't even get to attack my little staff, my wand.
It's just a power sword.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, the less that Psyker does, the better, as far as I'm concerned,
Yes.
being a Black Templar.
Just to clarify as well, everyone.
Oh, yes, good point.
It was D3 mortals on the Swarm Lord.
And I rolled a 6 for both. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, God. It's looking a bit squiffy.
It's been fucking carnage the past.
It's been absolute
It's like
carnage.
in the first battle report though. It was bloody carnage in the first turn. It was like, oh my god, he's eating them.
All right. I have one chance. My one chance is to try and lock you up in combat as best as possible and scratch you to death.
Yes. Very good.
Very good. All right. We are going to be back in Tyranid turn 2. So, Tyranid turn 2. First thing I'm going to do, spend a CP for the Endless Swarm. I get D3 plus 3 models back into that Termagant unit. So the ones that died in the Swarm Lord explosion just come straight back. Unfortunately, I can't...
Termagant with the rifle shoots. The Termagant following with the ammunition picks up the rifle.
I've just realised they're actually the wrong Termagant models. I apologise. Oh God. I could Magic Cinema this, but they're the Fleshbore ones. And they're the Devourer ones. There we go. Nice. So they've come back, which is pretty cool. That's a stratagem. I do it in my command phase. If I had any sign-ups, I can't do it to Jesus. That's what I checked before. They do not have the endless multitude keyword. So that is my command phase. No battle shop, nothing else.
Nope.
I really wish I'd taken the anti-vehicle one now. Hyper adaptation.
You just massacre my infantry, but Landry's going, ha ha ha! It's like piling guns into you.
Oh dear. But I took it. That's the one I would have taken. So there we go. Now let us go into my movement phase.
Yes.
Once more, the swarm boils forward in a tide of flesh and chitin. We are going to make these Astartes rule the day they ever challenged the hive mind. Beginning with the shooting phase, all of my Devourers are going to pile into that Terminator Librarian. No. 20 attacks. Hitting on... Numbers. That's a lot of 6s.
That's a lot of 6s.
That's a lot of 6s. They miss. So I'm hitting on 4s. And 6 is giving me extra hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I actually need 1 more dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I can do the maths. Yes. There you go. That's all the attacks that hit after you get the sustained hits done. Alright, so now I'm winning you on 5s. Yes. Yes, the Devourers don't get any little bonuses though, so it's just, it is what it is.
Have AP?
They do not. This is I need you to roll a sterling number of ones now, if you don't mind.
That's alright. How many?
They're all my failures, as my dad said when he looks at his children. And we've got 7 wounds, sir.
7 wounds.
7 ones, please.
Oh, God.
He's made a good effort, I'm not going to lie. That is 3 ones.
He's down to 1 wound, I do believe.
It might be 2, but he's definitely taken a bit of a beating there.
I will quickly check.
He's down to 2.
Down to 2
Down
wounds.
to 2 wounds. Ooh. That is a spicy meatball.
Spicy.
Okay. That's my shooting. We may as well continue into my charge. I am going to...
Overwatch!
I am acutely aware of this. So I'm going to charge the little bugs in first, and they're going to charge...
All 3.
No, you know, actually, I'm going to go for the Gene Stealers so that they can get the most optimal target.
Okay.
And they're going to go just for the Librarian and the Rhino.
Okay.
The
Librarian will overwatch you, sir.
Okay, nice.
So D6 shots.
Does he get to overwatch with a psychic attack? Do we know?
It's a weapon.
It is a weapon. That is true. Go for it.
The shooting phase, so I do presume so. D6 attack. Oh, 1.
The big old 1.
Big old 1. Does it hit? No. Boom. There we go.
Stormbolter?
Stormbolter. 1 hit.
No. Charge.
Retro.
That'll do it.
Nice.
And the Termagants will go in, and and they're going to go, and they're just going to tap the Land Raider, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll do. It's fine. They're right next to it. So we will move the scuttling horrors in once more.
Drive them.
And we will see what is left at the end of the old combat phase. Okie croaky. It's time for the Gene Stealers. They are going to unleash their attacks onto the Rhino and the Librarian. We're going to put 4 into the Librarian. We're going to get this heretic off the board as quickly as we can. And then 3 are going to go into the Rhino. So it's really amazing how quickly you pick up the new edition. It's like, oh, I know what Gene Stealers do. I've used them once already. I now know that they get 4 attacks. Yeah. It's definitely simplified and it's definitely streamlined.
I don't know, we don't have all of the official rules yet, but
we're just missing the stratagems, basically.
Yeah, just missing the stratagems, essentially, yeah.
And I would say any beginner game, you should never go near stratagems.
No, you shouldn't.
Apart from the CP reroll.
No, you should maybe like 1.
We've been using like swarming and you've been,
Oath of Moment.
Yeah, exactly. It's not stratagem, Tom.
And Overwatch. Overwatch is the one that I've been using the most because it's actually the one that's more interesting.
There we go. But so we've got 4 Gene Stealers, which gets 16 attacks, nice. Hitting on 2s.
Stay on target.
So there's there's 1 miss, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 6s. So 4 go back in.
Nice.
It's not bad at all, is it?
Is this into the Rhino, I'm guessing?
No, it's into the Librarian.
The Librarian!
So I will be wounding you on 5s, rerolling 1s. So this is the first batch. That's a lot of 6s. Oh, that's pretty spicy. And then this is the other half that were left over from that. Ooh, I don't mean to alarm you, but I've wounded a fucking ton.
I'll use them dice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 4 up saves. He's dead.
He's dead.
He's very, very dead. Does he demise? He does not.
A wall explosion.
That was just... that was him, and then we've got the 3.
Gene Stealers pointed at him and said, "That man has look busy. Jesus is coming.
The Emperor is coming on his bottom." So that was just the first 4. Oh man, Gene Stealers are fucking lethal.
I will say,
absolutely lethal.
The Gene Stealers seem like the most fuck, these guys are like...
Something else.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what they do against the Rhino, which you're about to do.
Well, they get 4 rerolls against him.
I know.
He's on an objective.
He is.
Just double check.
It is strength 4, I believe.
Yeah, just double check that because it might only be infantry, but I'll roll my hits whilst we're here. Obviously, I don't get sustained hits now, guys. So they are going to miss.
Yeah, just reroll.
Against...
reroll the wound roll, yeah.
Nice. All right, so wounding on 6s. 1, 2 so far. And then the 4 rerolls. Ooh. No more.
See, that's what I mean, though.
Fishing for 6s.
Rhinos and stuff, and tanks, they just seem...
It's fishing for 6. It's just fishing for 6s. You just need the right tool for the job.
Now, what's the...
It's AB2, so AB2, 1 goes through.
Okay. So 1 wound, and do you know what's something else about rhinos, which I just learned on
They heal a wound.
They heal a wound.
So they basically don't put the wound counter on him because he's going to be back. We're not going to worry too much about the Termagants attacking the Land Raider because it's 10 attacks.
I'll show it on camera because it will be sick. Again, I want to reinforce this point of they feel so durable.
Yeah.
Tim's like, I don't want to roll these.
Okay, so these if these do anything, it'll be a fucking miracle. No.
No, there we go. Do you know what this reminds me of? Do you know when people used to say, I'm not going to bother rolling my tanks like in combat because it's 6s to hit?
Now it's like, I'm not going to bother rolling my little bugs against your tank because, and how much more does that feel right?
Yeah.
Why would the tank be like, I'm not going to bother doing that? It's like, it's a fucking tank. Why are you not worried about that? And it's like, why are the infantry more scary? Fuck 9th edition.
It's like, again, it's going to get that point of, okay, I'm not going to bother rolling these 10 guardsmen against this Land Raider because the Land Raider's just like, they're going to try and karate chop it and...
Karate chop. So. Judo chop.
Hi-ya! Breaks it in two. Yeah. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn. I did manage to... I didn't get any secondary points there. No. But I am now sitting on 2 objectives.
Two objectives.
Yeah.
2 objectives.
All right, so we're going into Space Marine.
Turn 3.
Turn 3. Nice. Turn 3 for the Adeptus Astartes.
The Space Marines.
Yes. In your command phase, Tom, you very simply gained a command point and oathed my little bugs.
Fuck you.
The reason you went for the little bugs is that's what the Land Raider is in combat with. Mm-hmm. And so there'll be not much point in oathing a Storm Bolter on those little Gene Stealers.
Nope.
Be a shame. That was your command. Movement. Done. And so we get into shooting. Yes. All right. So shoot your vehicles.
Start off with a guard cannon.
Yeah. You can shoot what you're in combat with, so go nuts.
Guard cannon. Oh, there we go. 2
Good job, you oathed it. Nice.
Wound on 2s. Rerolling.
Hey, 4 dead. 4 dead. Now you've got the heavy bolter.
3 shots.
Oh, that's a sustained hit. Yes. Reroll all of them.
Rerolling. That is 3 wounds.
Okay, so that will be 3 6-up saves for me. No, it's another 3 have died.
Yes, so that is
6 dead, or 4 died. So 7 dead.
7 dead. 7.
Oh dear.
And I do believe that's all the weapons a Land Raider has.
You can always run me over though.
I can run you over. Moving over to the Rhinoceros.
The Rhinoceros, I love it. They're all dead. All right, can I go now?
Rhinoceros.
Stormblotter.
3 attacks.
Don't forget your Stormblotter. Still shooting.
What, into the...
It's the shooting phase.
Yeah, 1 sec. The Land Raider has more than 2 weapons.
Yeah, no, you've done the Gold Hammer and you've done the Heavy Bolt, that's all it's got.
Yes, so this is the Rhinoceros into
Gene
Stealers.
And it has how many shooting attacks from Stormbolter?
Oh,
Lambast him! Lambast him!
4 hits. Oh, God. 2 wounds.
2 wounds, okay. I have got a wounded Gene Stealer, and now I still have one, but it's not the same one. So he's going to die, and he's going to go away. He's going to go to the big digestion
Do you
pool
know
in the
what? Do you know
sky.
the G-Steelers like put his head in the door and like the marine driver inside went, eat this!
Nice. Well, I suppose I need to attack you now, don't I?
You do.
As I am, we're going, well, that's your shooting, we should be clear. Charge phase, done. Fight phase. Naturally, I am the defender in this round, so because it's your turn.
Yep.
So I get to strike first. For those of you that are new to 40k, basically, the person who, if you're in a sustained combat one that's lasted more than one turn, the person whose turn it isn't goes first in that combat. So, well, in that I guess to pick the first unit to attack with. So I've got a lot of Gene Stealers here. In fact, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2.
Can they kill the rhino?
It's all of these plus 4.
Can they lambast the rhino?
No, I'm going to try. See, it's hitting on 2s. You see a sea of 2s. A sea of like 2s. Like, oh, I've fucked it. But actually, I've not.
I'm a Custodies player. I don't see that way.
That's true. Can you take those ones out for me, please? I'm going to have 4 rerolls. So just hold on to them for a moment. Okay, not in the tray. Live by the tray. Die by the tray. Take those out. Re-roll. This is the first just sort of handful, guys. It's the peril of rolling dice one-handed. So 5 from the first batch. And what I've got to do is re-roll this is the wounds, the ones I couldn't pick up before.
Oh, nice.
It's going all right. Things are happening. Things are happening. No more, but then I do have 4 more attacks just in general. And other than it's a bit of a squiffy order, like I said, it's just the one-handed nature of recording and stuff. They hit, and then looking for wounds. No, but 4 rerolls because you're on the objective. No, so in total, 7 at -1. There was a chance there that could have had you, but
There's
not
a
quite.
chance.
Hey.
So I take dos. What's the base save of rhino?
3, so you actually only pass 2, so you take 5 wounds.
5 wounds.
Hey, damn you healing that one last turn. Does under 16% of my damage. In fact, by the time you've healed another one, you'll have undone 33% of the damage done to you. And then, well, I have got 3 termagants.
You do have gaunts, yes.
I mean, technically you go next, but
I
didn't do anything. Carry on. Let's get all the nids out of the way. Now, you really want to do well here. You want to wipe them out, otherwise I'm going to start coming back again.
Wipe them out.
Okay, that's a good start.
5.
2s.
When you're on your 2s.
Roll the 1.
Ooh, 4.
This could go either way. I just need 1 to live. Oh, I could fail my battle shock though.
You could.
I die. I die. So that is that.
Brilliant.
There you go. And to be honest, I think that's going to be the game. Which is not a problem.
I'm sure people don't want to start watching the next 2 turns of Gene Stealers going
like trying to claw a rhino to death. Because all you need to do to win this game, now that they're free, now that he's free, is drive over to here and sit on this objective and be like...
And I've already got these 2 objectives.
Yeah, and so the objective is like, 8 points, 15 points, 8 points, 15 points, every single turn. Even if I gambit, I can't do anything. So I think we can safely call it there. I can't bring any of my guys back. I have no anti-tank. We've seen the lethal Gene Stealers not kill a rhino, which is kind of cool how good they are against...
do the job against infantry.
Against infantry. But we know that it's going to take them another turn or 2 to chew through that. And even if they do chew through that, it's not enough to stop the Land Raiders rampage. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll clear the battlefield. We'll be back in just a moment with our final thoughts. But Tom, I just want to say, good game.
Victory is assured.
The losing streak for Tom is over. Huzzah! For long-time viewers of the channel, I think Tom...
It's not even a big losing streak. We've drawn so many bloody games.
The not winning streak, then.
The not winning streak
is finally over.
We had a stint of about 5 battle reports where we're just drawing all the time. And Tim said to me, we need someone to win, man. And then the next day we just went, shall we go full ball sack? And then we just charged each other. And then you won.
Clearly my ball sack was bigger than yours because I've got a few wins in a row.
Full ball sack.
But guys, we're gonna like I said, we'll tie the board up and we'll be back in just a moment with our final thoughts after our second game of 10th edition. And for those of you who are interested to know, the final score for this game was... Tom, take it away.
It was 18 victory points to the Tyranids, and it was 28 victory points to the Space Marines.
Nice. I can't even gambit. Even if I gambit, I don't think I get the 30 points.
Just sprint
I think I get tabled by the end of the game. But Tom, that was a really, really fun game. Good game, and congrats on the win, buddy.
Now for the final thoughts.
Alrighty.
Victory! For me, for Tom.
He is the Supreme Commander.
Victory is assured, even though I probably took a bit more points than I should have. But victory!
I actually thought the Tyranids, after our first battle, I thought the Tyranids were going to walk through that one. But this time, I was on the receiving end of the heavy armor.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And that has been my opening final thought, which is just...
I can understand.
Armor is great. Big shit is great. It's so tough. It's so powerful. Last time Tom tried to chainsaw the Stormlord, it did not go well. This time I tried to tickle a rhino with my Gene Stealers, and you just saw the difference, guys. The difference where 10 Gene Stealers didn't even need to roll half of their attacks to take out 5-10 Space Marines, and then they couldn't even do they did a wound to a rhino.
What I've got in my head is those assault intercestors charge forward, and you know that scene from White Chicks where he goes, "Don't hurt yourself," and he throws the ball at her, and she's like, "I won't." And Swan launches the football back at him and just kills him. It's like, fuck. It's like,
oh god. I was thinking of something a little bit different. I was thinking of, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. But yeah, you're with White Chicks, Tom.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Well, it's just funny. Let's imagine a swallow just absolutely annihilating these Marines. And again, it feels amazing that just units you're going, okay, those 10 Gene Stealers are going to take out that Land Raider.
Nope.
Nope. That was ridiculous. You saw the durability of that Rhino.
Yeah. I didn't do a ruin to the Land Raider the whole game.
Mad. I mean, obviously, again, your only anti-tank was a Swarm Lord, but...
Well, my only anti-tank by 10th edition standards was Swarm Lord. By 9th, I was rocking Gene Stealers. I would have been carving through anything, left, right, and centre.
Yeah, I'm loving 10th at the minute, mate.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely loving it.
GW, more faction focuses, please.
Yeah, yes, please.
We want to do more of these little things. We want to hype up 10th even more. We want to talk about it because we were both a bit hesitant about it, weren't we? I think we've spoken a lot about. We don't want to repeat ourselves in the last final thoughts. Because obviously in the last one we talked about the durability and how everything just feels right and everything. But my other thing I would say, and then I'll hand over to Tom so he can riff for a minute or two, which is I was worried about 10th. Seeing a lot of stuff come out, I thought there's a lot of corporate doublespeak going here. There's a lot of, you're saying it's less lethal, but obviously it's not, with devastating wounds and stuff. After playing the game, it feels like the right things are lethal against the right target. If you shoot Lascan stuff into termagants, well done, you killed 4 termagants, they'll regrow them. They'll regrow them.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay. And it's like, well, if you don't, but then if you shoot a bunch of bolters into them like you did, even storm bolters, I just started falling. Likewise, if I tear through a bunch of infantry with my Gene Stealers, that feels right. I then bump into even a minor transport like a Rhino. That's it. I'm stopped brick wall. Yeah. You have to have the right tool for the right job, which is brilliant. And that's made 10th edition for me feel amazing.
Again, it goes back to that thing of you're looking at something on paper, like they're releasing little bits, and you go, that is absolutely broken. But then when you actually play the game, like you say, whenever you review a guard list, you always look at the list and go, why have you only got 2 Lehman Russies or 60 infantry? It's like, take 100 infantry. Yeah. You need it. My first battle report with guard, I said to you, God, I need more infantry. Yeah. And so it's like, again, it's that situation of what I see online and what I think is good versus what is good in the game.
It is the difference, the fundamental difference, whether it's 10th edition, 9th edition, fucking Rogue Trade, it doesn't matter. It's the difference between what I call Theory Hammer and Battle Hammer. Yeah. Theory Hammer is someone's done it on an Excel sheet and they've just gone, in an ideal, isolated scenario, this does this and this is why this is broken. And Battle Hammer is where you've actually battle tested on the tabletop. And 10th edition is a really good example of, on Theory Hammer, there were a lot of people going, this is terrible. And then after playing 2 games of it, completely converted. Yeah. I've not even played with my guard yet. I've not played with my favourite faction yet, and I'm already loving it.
But again, a swarm feels like a swarm. A tank feels like a fucking tank. It's like, again,
A bunch of termagants shouldn't
I'm not
damage
going to
one.
repeat myself from the last part, but if you want to see the final thoughts,
Well, you can.
we had like a
riff.
ability. But again, the reason why now I know why Tyranids are winning more at Warhammer Fest is because they had 2 Screamer Killers.
Yeah.
And the Space Marines only had 1 like anti-tank. I can definitely see now why Screamer Killers go just rip everything apart.
Oh yeah. So so if you're doing if with that Warhammer Fest demo game where it was like 1 Dreadnought versus and it was like 1 Dreadnought and the Flamer guys versus 2 squads of Termagants and 2 Screamer Killers.
Yeah.
I am in no way surprised that the Screamer Killers were tearing through the Marines.
No.
Because even if the boxy Dreadnought kills 1 Screamer Killer, the other one just gets you. It's like, here's Johnny, and just absolutely trashes it.
Yeah.
And then you've got a bunch of, now, on paper, in 9th edition, a bunch of Flamer Marines, which you'd be like, oh, they'll do great against that Screamer Killer. I can imagine the number of people that were hosing down those Screamer Killers in flames and them just walking through them.
Again,
Like the fucking, the Night King from Game of Thrones, just walking through, little smirk on his face, man.
Again, it goes back to that point. You look at the Gene stage, like 40 attacks, re-rolling wounds, amazing. But then it's like, oh wait, you're only wounding me on 6s.
Fishing for 6s.
I'm a tank. It's like a Rhino. They're probably the weakest tank in the entire.
They are the baseline.
Yeah.
They're the baseline.
It's like, okay, you dealt 1 wound to it, that I healed back, then 5, where I healed 1.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
It's really nice.
This is pod racing. Like, this is great.
It's working.
Like, I will say this. Like, Temp is. I was worried about Temp. Temp is absolutely fantastic so far.
Yeah.
I hope they don't ruin it with stratagems. It's my one worry. But
it felt right to having 1 or 2.
I know that you can't put multiple stratagems on 1 unit.
Yeah.
So that's
cool.
That's sort of healed it a bit for me.
It felt right, to be honest. If you're a new player trying this out and you're thinking, what do I want to do with 10? Do I want to get some practice games now? I'll wait for it to drop. All I would say is have a bit of fun with it. Yeah. You've got enough. We've got enough to do a rough outline of a game here. And the main thing is, like, if you are learning, whether you come across this battle report in a few months' time or whatever, if you're learning any sort of Warhammer, just play the game with no stratagems or with like 1 or 2. We've literally done CP reroll and Endless Swarm for me, and CP reroll and Terminator Strike for you, and that's it.
Yeah, for example, like we got to a point in the battle where it's like, can I shoot into combat? And then we were like, well, in 9th you can, like, you can just do it.
And the demo and people at the demo game were allowed to do it.
Yeah, we were just like, okay, you can do that.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just shoot, and if we're wrong, we're wrong. But it felt good for us, felt fine for us.
We're just trying to, again, it's what we said at the beginning, like, I am sure we'll look back on the 6 months, a lot of stuff will have changed, we've got it wrong, but the whole point of this is to give us an idea.
Yeah.
And to give you guys back home an idea. How is 10th going to roll, baby? And it rolls well. It goes down smooth.
And the fact we're playing this game now, we haven't come into any issues, really, and we're having a fucking blast playing it. Sort of tells me that we probably are playing 10th pretty accurate.
It's in the right direction.
Lambast me in 6 months.
Yeah, lambast him.
But
remind me in 6 months.
Like, for example, me and you were both getting really fatigued with night. We're both sort of let's, we were trying to come up with new ways to enjoy it, and it was just like the same rigmarole. And then
it was just like 2 people staying together for the kids.
It was just, if they're dead, you're like, go now. Like, I will say, obviously, if you watch like one of the Custodians battle reports, I was just like, yeah, they're dead. That's fine.
Yeah, you were completely drained, man. Yeah.
But, like 10th again, you've probably seen it in this battle report. It's so fun. It's like put a new bit of like spark into it.
Spring in your step.
What I said to Tim off camera is, it's like when I played Bolt Action for the first time as like a refresher, and I was like, this is amazing.
Tiki huts down the comment section right now going, Bolt Action!
Yeah, it's like, it just feels great. Feels nice.
It does. And I think I think I've got nothing more to add. Anything I'd add on that point, just be repeating what you're saying. Like, that's a perfect note to end it on. It feels great.
Me and you can waffle on for ages, as our meetings are.
Yeah.
Tend to be like, okay, we'll go in 10 minutes, 2 hours later, we're still talking about the same crap.
Tight. All right. And on that note, we're going to bring this battle report to a close. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We have had an absolute blast.
Victory for Tom!
Yes!
Victory for the Imperium!
Yes!
Victory!
Is assured.
Is assured.
Yeah, I love it, man. If you have, but yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I really hope you have. We've had a blast. It's a shame that we're actually having to stop. We've run out of time basically for the day. But if me and Tom had another 2 or 3 hours, we'd film another battle report.
Yeah.
It probably takes like an hour to knock another one out now that we know what the rules are like. But unfortunately, we don't quite have the time today. But that's how excited we are for it. Like, we really enjoyed it, and we hope that you guys have enjoyed it. And even if there's a few things we've got wrong, it's given you, or that come out in the wash, it's given you a good sense of the game, which is all that we really want to do with this. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you leave lots of comments down below. And if you have found today's video particularly fun, enjoyable, or informative, then please consider becoming a channel member or Patreon supporter. It's thanks to the generous support of our members and our patrons that we're able to do this full time and bring you daily 40k and other game system videos. That's all for now. Thank you for watching, and of course, as always, I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.